Predictions real quick at the end there, but we need to look into OMG because these guys are tearing up today's games, playing a formidable approach.
I mean, so far, talk about a LAN-proven team. These guys have done 6 events, and their lowest placing has been 6th. I mean, when we look through what they've done, in FPP, to qualify for this, they came first. Number 1, job done.
Sounds good.
On the TPP side, they came, I think it was 5th.
Not bad.
Yesterday, 2 days ago, on the final stage, they missed out by 3rd place, 360 points. They've come to this event and still claimed 61 grand already. In a 4th position. They came 3rd at the King of PUBG Champs. They went to the Australian Invitationals. They came 3rd again. Their lowest placing so far has been 6th on LAN. I mean, that is a statement. These guys are LAN proven. And when you've got 2 players combined dropping 27 kills so far in this round, across 3 rounds, that's setting a precedence here in FPP.
It absolutely is. It's a big statement to be made. And I think, I'm liking this circle. Okay, so first circle has come in. A couple of teams still making their way to the desired positions, but anyone in Georgia Pole will be very happy. Anyone towards Severny, also very happy. Center of the map, you're liking it, but it will be sitting towards the northwest.
I think the only thing that you could say about this one is the direction of where the circle is perpendicular to where the actual plane come in. We started up at Kameshki, and we ended just teetering on the west coast. Oh, he got him?
Wow.
What?
That is a shot and a half.
That feels bad, man. That's iron sight. That's a banger at range.
That's a big shot. I'm not sure if you can get away with confirming it at this point. It's just, what can you do? There's no teammates around either for the refund player here. DJ Chip is kind of down and out. He might not be able to be picked up at all. So the teams you want to be looking at to keep eyes on for at least today's standings in the overall, you've got OMG, Welcome South George, Vanguard, Knights, Liquid, and Na'Vi. They're you guys to keep your eyes on if you're worried about those top positions. They're the ones who can push it. And I guess you almost, OMG are going to do well. So who's on the other side? Who can do more damage outside of that? Who can push themselves up those rankings ready for that final day?
I mean, WTSG, they're going to have a good circle. Obviously, they'll be landing quite late. We touched on it very, very briefly, but the playing route, we started up at top end of Kameshki, and we ended just west on Sosnovka Island. So the circle is opposite that. Obviously, all your teams down on Melee, Novo, Milta, where Knights are going to be just the edge of Lipovka. They'll be happy. They'll be chilling. 4 AM, they should be geared out of their teeth. They're going to go cross between Stalber and Kameshki, so they'll be the first teams out and first team with boots on the ground. Same with Liquid. Yasnaya, happy days for them, playing with directly over it, so get down, get your gear. They're already in the circle, don't necessarily have to move, but Abanga's a questionable one here. They're going to be central of the circle. More importantly, center of this circle, there are some really, really big key compounds. Just looking on the hill, opposing Roshok on the other side of the river, looking down upon Roshok, those hillside 3 stacks, I want to call them. They're so key and so vital. There is a little antenna up there. There are some really nice compounds that just have so much of a view. It's a little bit trickier when you're looking uphill, so if the circle swings towards Severny, excuse the pun, a bit more of an uphill battle. There's a lot of defilade, there's a lot of trees, there's a lot of bushes and growth that you can just kind of hide between. But downhill, where Avanga are going to be, anybody who wants to eject themselves out of Roshok, anyone who wants to kind of cross paths from Georgia Pole and head towards the east, go towards shooting range, for them, it's a shooting gallery.
Ooh, we've got a double drop.
Not too far apart either.
Lucky for some.
Wow.
Should I say welcome South George?
God, they're going to get both of them.
Because Genji Black aren't there.
Where are they?
They went elsewhere. So they get 2 drops for free. Welcome South Georgia in 2nd place, and that's probably 2 level 3 helmets, of course, level 3 vests coming out, and that's 2 upgraded guns. I want to see what they get for it. Like, that is the biggest freebie I've ever seen. Yeah,
it'd be great if the observers could catch that. It'd be, like you said, really, really key to see what kind of guns they're going to be getting out of it, because that's massive. I mean,
it's huge.
Imagine if they've got scopes as well, because again, we talked about
you should be able to get it. They have no pressure in Georgia. They have no rush on the loot. So there's no better position to be in. Welcome South George just have it all. They have no pressure coming in from the other teams. They have all the time in the world to the loot. And considering the Georgia Pole will give you that really nice supplementary loot, you'll talk about purely military areas. They don't necessarily give you all the scopes or the attachments, whereas George will. Now, Ibby has found one of the players here, so that might have been on the run, on the go, but yeah, mortified, very isolated there.
Why do we think Black have completely changed their drop location? Just because it's rather than against the playing route, it might take more time to get there. Maybe they're used to just being able to drop in and do their own thing. Obviously, you do have a lot of teams up there that might stop them on the way through. They've landed in Gakka where nobody is. I mean, usually we have seen Chiefs kind of lurking around there, but they've gone to a more open area. They're inside the circle. They can loot for days throughout the entire Gakka fields, through the chopsticks or the beef, you want to call it.
Remember as well with Gingy Black, they got forced out of Georgia or into an uncomfortable position last game because they were late looting that area. So they might just be thinking, okay, we don't want that late loot position again. We don't want to be sat in the blue for a while. We don't want that. Maybe this is a better position for us. Maybe we feel that western coast, we can do that late kind of positional play throughout those smaller compounds, pick up some nice loot. They'll be fine on that. This is a decent enough split. There's not that many teams there right now. So Liquid under a bit of fire, but again, the 16, it's not so terrifying to be shot up against, so they should be okay, but
I think it's
where Liquid go.
Very important to note how busy the center's getting already, you know?
Yes.
The blue's now pushing in, and it'll be arriving in 5 minutes' time. So there's still 5 minutes of blue in if you're relatively close. Savage goes screaming by. He's got the backup AR. M4 comes out with the 6 times, but I think he'll probably be able to get away with that one. His teammate Ragnar won't, though. Goes flying through the air on the motorbike. Jeans, easy for him. Jimbo picks up 15 points. Job done for Liquid. Low-Q will be able to get his health back. Obviously, providing he's got the meds, which it looks like he does. I'm seeing the come out there. Edge decides to knock himself off the bike, potentially. Keith Patel, oh God, Chiefs, it's just not going well, is it?
No, Chiefs
are not going well.
Chiefs are being torn apart by everyone. Edge just got found as well, so it's not going well for them anywhere. It felt like they just couldn't get in. You know, there's times where it feels like you're just up against a brick wall.
So late to the party once again. It will be gold. Are we going to see something different from them with this kind of circle? They should be able to get in a lot easier. Last time they were gate kept hard. We've seen that twice now from them, where teams have just been on the edge, they've struggled, they've kind of, I mean, fair enough, they survived because they've double questioned themselves and said, okay, we'll try a different approach, a different entrance. And this time round, there isn't going to be a lot of teams around that southern edge of the circle, but Gold, they like to play north.
Well, Savage not liking to play the game at all right now. They've just been caught on the way, on the road. We saw the team gates weren't far away from these guys. They moved at the same time. I think Exco had the, he had the buggy. He got away. The other two tried to get away from the situation. They had a bit of a scuffle with Liquid. So they tried to move away and they just got caught off there. I think the position was a little bit better from the other side, so they just get punished for that. Ghost showing where they are, showing their dominance, trying to keep that position in play. We are seeing Welcome to South George putting themselves into... However, I call it the 4 square, even though there's not actually 4 buildings there, but it is the kind of, if you want kills and to catch easy rotation kills, it's a really tough spot. And they want a lot of land, actually, Welcome South George. They're not just sticking on one compound, they've got 2 into 1, and you've got Gaxi and then Larson on the move as well. I still want to know what guns they got out of that.
Yeah, the cubes are a lovely little place because it's such a bottleneck trap, especially, I mean, generally speaking, at this level, you won't predict people taking that bridge because it's such a, with the Harry Potter tower in front of it.
So it's on the 2 isolated players as well who've got the bigger pickups. Larson and Gaxi, because Bartamiriku have nothing else. So we've got an Orm in play. You love a bit of that.
Lauren, that's...
and an extended mag on it. Oof.
8 times on top of it.
Oof.
That's death waiting to happen. Again, still, the more important thing is the level 3s, right? The helmet, the vest.
Uh-oh. Ares is in the woods. Na'Vi, they're in trouble here. Actually, it's a Vango, the other CIS team, doing quite well for themselves on the kill feed. They're making a name for themselves here, trying to push themselves up further. They were within the top 3 of the last game. Molodoy does get back on the bike. They are on the move. They maybe felt the presence, heard the shots. Something. Oh no, the tire! How's he alive? Molodoy on the run still, trying to dodge, dip, and weave his way away. Find a bit of cover, find anything he can, because he was a one-shot.
You lucky, lucky boy. Dinks the tire, flips the bike. Ares can anti-8, trying to see if he can secure this one. 4 times on the back. You won't expect him to push it. Drin is going to go help up, but in sitting here, unfortunately, they put themselves in a bit of a rough, well, they haven't put themselves in there, but they've been put in a rough position. Only 4 teams on the playing field now with 4 members alive. Avanga, Black, AHQ, and Ghost Gaming. Oh, excuse me, completely talking rubbish. That was the first side of it. Plenty of them all the way there. AW winning the kill feed, finally, actually doing some work here.
And where was that? That's, I think that was kind of across the road potentially. I think that was quite a long kill from him. Mr. Sadat on the push with the UMP. There's a lot of terrain to play with here. A lot of these kind of dips in the hillside that you can work around, deny that line of sight, so the nades come in. Could do a little bit of something. That's not bad. That's very good, actually. Drainy's on the receiving end. This could be go time. When you get those knocks, you want to push it because you put the, I guess, the question mark on the other player. Do you want to revive? Do you want to try and do something? He's taking a lot of fire from afar, though. Lane was watching this push-up, and now he's a one-shot himself. This angle's being held down. Molodoy needs to be stoic in nature. The heal comes out. He wants to make the push while he can. He gets it done, avenging his fallen teammate, and the revive should be there as well.
Yeah, it's fantastic work. Push on that. Eliminate him from the game. Let your teammate do the rest of it. I mean, it was great work from, I think it was Molodoy in the back, just giving that covering fire. Colorist gets his fate sealed, unfortunately. Turns around again. And Na'Vi are happy to just pick up points left, right, center. 30 in the bag. I believe there's just one more player remaining. Yes, indeed. You can see there in the bottom right-hand corner. Ladaruk just healing up and hoping nobody sees him.
Here we go. Next circle comes in. That's going to force the likes of OMG, Black, Honey Badger Nation, everyone just kind of condense again. This is going to get very busy here.
So Gold are doing the same usual thing. Let's play this wide. Let's go on the eastern swing. Maybe they skirt the edge of Yasnaya Pond and go towards more, you know, Severny and come down the edge of Stal. But I wouldn't expect them to go across the Yasnaya Bridge, mainly because one, it's a bottleneck, and two, they have avoided it several times this week so far. As you mentioned, further afield down at Hospital, OMG just chilling. We might actually have a potential crash where we see Ghost Gaming hit onto Black Note. They're going to avoid one another, so happy days for them. They can continue on.
Welcome South George guy.
They're doing the split, so one will stay cubes, and the other one's going to play kind of what we saw with Liquid, so the emergency backup, you know, your guaranteed plan. Because I suppose when they've got so much gear...
The water percentage. Surely that's in the back of their minds here, because this is only phase 2.
They're following now.
So they've got to... I'm curious how they're going to play this one out. Again, I'm looking at Liquid, and they're playing this very well. They're condensing themselves onto that position, but Eva keeping control of that silhouetting there, trying to keep away Team Gates, who've been good here. This is such a tough position to play. He's going to snake his way out of there. Does not want any of that.
Especially when up with that HP. Good lord. What's that one? Eva will get tanked up from the side. James in the kill feed as well. Laveri, he's down. Lion KK finding Balok. We move across now. This is Ibi getting pushed back. Balok will be confirmed. He gets stolen. Silent picks him up. Happy days for them. 15 more points to OMG if they weren't already in the lead enough. Some more kills will just extend that further. They're going to try and run the gauntlet of the bridge, but we already see Now High just waiting here. AKM in hand. How many more want to turn up? There's Turtle. Poppy as well. Will he fall down?
Xiao Hai is playing so well right now. That's 2 huge kills, and his teammates are on the way. We've been talking about Lion KK, but he's been doing just as well for his side. And that is the confirmed kills for him. 2nd place, and want to put a little bit of style on with the bike.
Precision, Lauren. Absolute precision. I mean, the AKM's got a bit of a kick on it, but he just, back to back, it's the peaking. It's having the guts to be, and probably confidence in your shot. It's like, I'm going to nail this. I'm not bothered if there's 2. Let's have it. Gets the lean, gets the kills. Keen, he's down. AWM again, that's a headshot. It's doing some work now in the hands of Gaxi.
And he did confirm the kill with it too. It feels like you're wasting a bullet, but at this point, you're getting points for yourself. When you're seeing the likes of OMG, you're seeing everyone else getting kills on board, you need to be doing the same thing. So we will be seeing Welcome South George very, very, I guess, aggressive in approach. They did have that early split, as you said, and they've shifted up the other players towards this position too. And we are seeing the other gun they picked up as well.
Glad you mentioned it. It's a Groza. You love to see it. 7-6-2. Strongest AR in the game by a long shot. You can't put a comp on it, but you can put a silencer.
Look at this compensation he's doing for that dip. Ty's was aiming a good inch up in the air.
Level 1s though, it's not the greatest, especially if you are going to have to go up against WTSG, and you can understand why they would want compounds, Lauren, why they'll happily fight for it when you've got a Groza that can breach so hard. And you've also got the AWM. You want to put the AWM in a window. You want to put it in a building. Give him some defense, but give him the range as well.
Liquid and Gold seem to be going to such similar positions eventually. Like late game, they seem to be next to each other so often. But Liquid have this hill. With that SLR range, you're going to hear that just shooting off. Now, it has caught the attention of a couple of other players towards the western side of Liquid, so they don't want to get pinched here. They could be in trouble. OMG on the move, taking their time, a cautious route and a good route for them. They're just playing late game circle position. They know that they're in a quiet area coming in from this side.
going to be easy for them. They'll find no challenges along the way. Na'Vi still chilling down on the ruin side. They do have Genji Black, though, lurking just on the crevice of that hill. Circle does crunch in, and it goes towards WTSG. The Knights are up there. AHQ in a good position. Liquid are already on the move. You know, Liquid are always that team that are in vehicles waiting for the circle to crunch in. Straight on the bikes they go, and they're going to move, and they're going to go to the north. They need to be careful, though. You've already got Refund waiting.
Emma there as well.
God V's already popping a few shots off at them. AHQ could be the next target, though, Lauren, if they do go that way. But I think they're going to go more towards the north from the shooting range. But we've got
Liquid
already waiting.
Going there? No, Liquid are going to do their white swing. We know they love to do this, right? They'll go into the blue if they have to, but OMG aren't far from that position if they try and work in from this.
What's the play for Lou?
James.
That's...
Hold down shift and pray, James. Get out of there. Finds a little bit of cover behind the rock. He might need to help his teammates out here if they've pulled up. And it looks like they have to the very northern side, but look who's flanking them as well. 4 AM going all the way around the north as well. This is a huge northern swing.
This could get messy.
Oh, yeah. 3
teams have potential to crash into one another on the western bank. When I say bank, it's because there is quite a big incline on the hillside. You'll see Liquid approach to it soon, and it's really good for position because you've got the trees, especially if you've got the vehicles as well. Provided your back's up against the circle, you can stop anyone actually forcing in. 4 AM may potentially do that.
What is that shot?
How far is that?
That's a big boy shot and a half. That's from shooting range to the hillside. If we could see it on the map, I would show you. Scoom trying to pull up and maybe get some cover on him, put a smoke up or two. I'll calculate it for you when we get a second, but 4 AM now might be pushing up, Rich. They might capitalize on this situation.
Yeah, they know they're in... Liquid are in all kinds of trouble, so they've already had one removed from this. It will remove a second one as Scoom does get the revive off. Samty's listening. Compensators on the end of this, so he should be able to batter them. If they do turn up, they do. They get out the vehicle, he finds one.
Good angle for Samty.
I like the fact he's backing off from this to get some support from his teammates.
But he can't keep his back open behind him. We know those shots have been working for the other side, but God V goes down to Scoom. They're being pinched here. James gets caught again. This is what I mean. Refund in the back lines, making it very tricky here. And OMG one in on the fight as well. This is a very rough position. Liquid, it could be losing out on James here. If he's on the run, tries to get to cover. And indeed, it will be James getting confirmed killed. And that is a big, big problem here. Scoom is still alive, just knocked for now.
Scoom going down, it's going to cause all kinds of problems. Samty can smoke. Ibby's there for backup. Lion, KK, and Silent, they're lurking. They fancy a little bit more. Luca gets tanked up. He has to bail from this one for now. The vehicle's going to get in all kinds of problems. Samty at least fires back. Ibby gets knocked as well. Things are not looking good for Liquid. Meanwhile, on the opposing side, OMG, they're having a field there.
OMG coming alive at the perfect time. I swear, this is literally the top 5 almost fighting out here towards that northwest side. Every single team. Exactly. They're about to roll up as well. They're still in the blue. Unroot, Grammatic, they're all coming in on this as well. And OMG, with those SKSs, they are doing some serious damage, keeping them locked into the blue here. CPT in the middle of all of this as well.
This is gatekeeping it. It's fine. It's Liquid have got the idea. They're in the vehicles and they're getting the hell out of there. They've lost one though. Samty's gone down as well. And now it's down to 2 players on Liquid that have both been knocked. The utility's going to be gone, their gear's going to be damaged, and they'll be bleeding fast if they do go down on an individual basis. Meanwhile, OMG, I love this, Lauren. The aggression is perfect.
Refund are moving in, Richard. They're coming in again from the north. They're taking a more aggressive route. They're taking the fight into this. This is madness from them. They've taken down Samty, and now they want more. You can see them getting out of the cars. Funky M's there, Pino's there, and they want the fight. It may not go well for them, but my God, is it aggressive. Lion KK, are you up to the challenge? Pino styles on Samty, and that's going to feel bad. The rest of Liquid, they're dipping out, but Funky M with the shots on the go. The AKM just dancing around those bullets. Doesn't quite get the connection he wanted, but Ibby is battered, and he's just trying to get out of dodge.
Battered and bruised. Scoom's also now taking a bit of a kick in as he does approach Lion KK. Ibby central circle, but with how much utility Liquid will have lost during that engagement.
OMG.
There's still 56 players alive. They're pushing up. They're getting aggressive. Grammatic answers back, Lauren. It's not over now.
Not over just yet, but we're going to see how long they can hold on here. We've got some third partying coming in as well. The nade is good, but there goes a couple of the cars, a couple of the shots coming out. The smoke is up, and the revive is certainly a potential factor. You can see them trying to eye this up, find that last remaining player who can maybe change this, turn the tide of the war. But Sexy Pig, smoke in hand, puts it out, creates a chain to try and get away because Unroot's gone. They're down to 1 player here. OMG again looking so good, and they're holding the line. CPT's behind them, but Do you want to fight these guys? I certainly don't, and Lion KK gets the kill. He is hungry and he is out for blood.
Genji Black eliminated in 19th place. Who would have seen it? All of a sudden on the opposing side for gold, Eska stepping up, finds one member of the Knights. Dee's trying to get a pick through the woods. Certainly an individual player that can do it with a level 1 helmet. He'll get picked up himself if he's not too careful. The spray's gone down. Chileta, you as is smoking, my friend. You've got to be careful. If you get tagged up, that could be going up in flames. Timid onto Ares. Easy knock for him. Voxic and the rest of Knights, they found a respite for now, but gold, they're knocking on the door, Lauren.
Oh, that's great from Voxic, though, to predict the angle, but he doesn't predict the Vector coming in like that. And now Genji Gold still looking deadly here. You can see the cleanup coming out, and Knights...
They're dead.
Yeah, being left worse for wear here. They lock down the compound. They actually take this by force.
These guys commit themselves to do something and just go through it. They roll through compounds like a knife through butter. It's so easy for gold. Time and time again, we see them commit to a push and they just... What do you do? There's nothing you can do when they're all just saying, all right, boys, let's get stuck in and take this because we want it. If they want it, it's theirs every single time.
No, I thought Gaxi's playing... I say I like it because I like to see aggression. If you're on his team, you're nervous seeing a big boy player out there on his own to a degree because he can get picked up. Oh, CPT, you are in trouble. I don't know if you know it, but you might do now. The nade gets ticked. CPT might have a horrible surprise. It actually dips past him. Half damage done, and the confirmed kill for Lion KK. Can someone stop this guy?
Can we take a moment to appreciate how one calls it out, the rest of them push, he holds the grenade, cooks it, he rolls it, and then the next person just comes up on cleanup duty.
Oh, Gaxi. Close.
Level 3 helmet on the player that is looking towards Loki. Chileta and the rest of gold, happy days for them. I believe we've still got 4 players of WTSG, 2 big boy guns, level 3 armor throughout, 2 individual players as well. Eba, Ilem and Molodoy. Navi here looking towards a fight. Eba knows exactly where one is, turns around on a pinhead, gets the spray down. Easy kill for him. ACOG, Flash Hider on the Scar as well. Job done for now. His teammate is getting a couple of warning shots ahead of him. The grenades are going to roll downhill from Myth. No targets to be found. Another one's been fallen. Molodoy seals the deal, but the grenade's back onto Eba. This is quite messy. They're in a very open area. As soon as we say that, I think that might potentially be 2 teams back to back, if not the... Yes, it is indeed. Made in Thailand goes down as well.
Yep.
CeeLo in the kill feed. The play zone does its damage. 12 teams, 37 individual players alive.
So let's look at the... Oh, we can come back to that. Exco did find one of the Na'Vi players. That's a problem. They were going for the revive, so that's down to 1 player here. Now, again, this could be TG just losing out, though. Team Gates are in the blue, and they do not have much of a route here. They just done the damage while they could. Ilane going in for the revive, and it looks like that might be all she wrote for Team Gates, unless they have something working for them. Mossy's trying to move in.
Lauren, OMG is still pressing on to teams on the western side.
Oh, no. What?
They're just flooding over people. This is ridiculous. The aggression, the pure raw aggression. I love it. It's incredible to see.
If you're feeling the game, you've got to keep playing with that.
One individual player. That's going to be Rio for CGX. A couple of shots on the backline as well while pushing up on this one player. They found Honey Badger Nation.
Yep, and they confirm the kills on him. Of course they do. Who are these gods? They are taking on every single person they can, and they are winning all of these fights. Now, Wick's trying to make a run for it. The rest of the team are doing the same. If you run into OMG right now, you run. You get out of there. They are not the team you want to fight against. Now, Fastro gets a bit of a spot on one. 9KK gets spotted, but where's the rest of the team? Quick shot from him. The tag's there, too. This is a bit of a slowdown moment for OMG. Not overextending, though, but Honey Badger Nation do have the circle.
Kill feed Lauren. I'm seeing Gaxit. Gets a kill and gets a knock. 2 different teams back-to-back with the AWM, so it's still doing danger in the backlines. They also have the compound. It'll be very dictated by this next circle where they go. Again, they do have that Groza that can push up and just completely wreck house at the head of the pack if they want to try and charge a team. Refund still lurking on the southern edge of the circle, just outside of the shooting range. Meanwhile, that's on the northern edge. Down south, though, it's still this Na'Vi battle, 1 individual player. They might push up into a Vang. It might be CIS on CIS, depending what WTSG does to this entire fight. They might be able to third party.
They certainly could, and of course, if you're Honey Badger Nation, you're not going to go up north anymore. You leave that to OMG. And that's a nice confirmed kill. That, honestly, using bullets like this is great with the Orm. I know it's not how you exactly want to be doing it. It's not exactly stylish, but it does the job, and Bard's finding kills as well.
If you can get 15 points a bullet, then happy days. He's only got 3 more left. And then you'll have to sack this gun off. Maybe one with the bush.
These very red socks might give away the game. We'll see. For now, there's still 10 teams alive, 26 players. A lot of people still standing here.
Circle pincing in any second. Chelator, 4 kills here for gold. How much further can he go, though? We've got plenty of meds.
8.
You can at least climb up a little bit and potentially get inside the circle. It fixates on a Vanga. Liquid are already moving. They don't have any vehicles. They've only got 2 players, and they're pretty much battered and tanked up. A Vanga might have a field day here.
Is it just me wanting to watch OMG just take on this entire circle? These guys are not afraid of anyone. They have no sense of fear when it comes to it, and we're seeing why. Individually, mechanically, they look almost flawless on occasion. Now, Avangar, Liquid, you've got Honey Badger Nation to a degree in a fairly decent position. Liquid, though, can get overwhelmed. There's only 2 of them, Scoom and Ibby. Just trying to see how long they can stay alive, how long they can live this out for.
It's like the same scenario as the previous game. You've got OMG on one side and an opposing team on the other, both with 4 members alive.
Yep.
The WTSG advantage is that they have less players to deal with, and they have level 3 armor on 2 players and that Groza.
But OMG just don't seem to care. They seem to be able to batter everyone. Look at this, Rich. Look at these players playing right now. They have 10 kills in a game like this. And this isn't even end game right now. There's still 10 teams in their way.
They just don't care.
No, they don't, and they're damn good at this as well. This could be a confirmed kill. That's going to be another one on the board for them. Who's the next victim? Who dares stand in their way? Who wants to take on OMG? No one! He gets down Wick as well. Confirms that kill, steals that. That's 1 more in the pocket. This is brutality through and through. 12 kills!
No respect, no fear. That's exactly the way that OMG works. So far, they've played the edge, and it's worked well. I think now maybe they back off from this one. They head towards the north. They'll go uphill, fair play to them. They'll get more line of sight on players. Refund are still lurking. They've been quite quiet because they've been chilling since school. They lost a player very early on. AHQ have found themselves a drop. I think we've had about 5 drops so far throughout this game. I'm pretty sure Avanga found one center circle as well. So we must have at least maybe 3 or 4, potentially even 5 level 3 players going to be floating around. And we touched on it so much because remember the level 3 helmet and chest, that's 55% damage reduction. It's enormous.
Welcome South Georgia being spotted out here.
Imagine if they took that Groza away from them.
It's only him, though. This is the only remaining player for gold, so he's got to be trying to be real subtle about this. I know it's so tempting, but he's playing for placement here, not kills.
The stim's on, and it's pretty heavily done as well, so he will be able to get himself back up to 100% HP. The bag has been removed from the back note as well, which hides him a little bit more. Imagine if he kills Larson and takes all his gear from him. Imagine.
Larson has no idea. Can't see him, doesn't expect it, doesn't predict it, and I don't blame him. It's not something you expect all the time. Miraku is finding one of the refund players. That alleviates some of the pressure on OMG, who are in a bit of an extended fight with them. But I don't think they're worried about these fights. They love taking them. They have plenty of ammo, plenty of stims, plenty of meds left. They can still do this. And now the next circle is going to be very defining. OMG might have just had it. Oh, Gaxi still on the go, though. The Orm, it's loud, and it is damn intimidating. And he has 1 shot left with it. Now OMG have the circle, Avanga have the eastern side, Liquid have Scoom in there, Refund have the north. But everyone else has to move in.
How do you play this one? How does it work? OMG are just going to split themselves along the edge of this circle. They'll keep 1 at the back to keep eyes on Refund. WTSG are also going to push through, try and clean this one up. All of a sudden, Groza does his job, finds 1, confirms the kill. Gaxi steps up, AKM. You'd assume that maybe that final, he's only got 1 bullet for sure inside the AWM. He'd get lucky if he find another.
I don't think he's got any left now. I heard that go off, so I think he's going to switch that out now. I can imagine even if he has 1 shot, I think you'd still want to switch it out at this point. You need more than that. But who stands in their way? So if Welcome South George go north, you've got to get past Refund and the remainders of Liquid. Ibby might not take that fight, but we are seeing the final kind of evolution that came through. Chelator was still alive. He was the one just kind of stalking out Welcome South George, but he's surely going to go down, and he is. Na'Vi eventually find him, but Na'Vi have been quite low-key here. They've been working their way up from that southern side, but OMG, they're in a fight here. And welcome to South Georgia. Oh! He runs him over!
What just happened? This could be the fight that kind of dictates how this game goes. OMG, they've moved in. Silence moved all the way down, more towards the southern end. Just drills him. Curad's gone. Larson finds a Noctive. Funky, he finds Ibby. Scoom's been run over as well. Liquid, they're dead and buried. 5 teams, 11 alive.
This is insane now. Who's left standing? Welcome South Georgia in the northeast and the east. We have Navi, or what's left of them, towards the south. The CIS battle between Dies and Molodoy, but look at OMG. They see another victim. They look hungry for it. Gaxi, he's prone down, trying to stay alive, allowing the other two to get to better spots. But Lion KK, this guy, the nades, they're so good. They rain in the fire. It's perfect. And in the meantime, welcome South Georgia, been fighting the other opponents. OMG now into the final throws. 4 teams standing. Larson and Miraku are alive. They're watching this. Dies is working his way in. Honey Badger Nation, the nades, they're so close here.
Look at the aggression. They're still pushing the central circle. They want more. They're looking around the corner. Miraku might be able to get a knock here. It'd be so imperative to do so. Eliminate one. Grenade comes flying past his face. Something out the matrix. Dips to the left-hand side, but the 50% HP. Larson smashed to bits in the back lines as well. He's not been knocked just yet, but Dees might be able to get eyes on the prize. Grenades there. That should be a kill, Lauren.
There it is. It's only a knock, though, so it's not a place advancement. That's big, though. But OMG, they're on the run. They've got to the new circle. You've got Grizzly behind them. That's something. But for now, they're closing in. They're surrounding. They're smothering the opponents. A Vanguard, surely they're done for. The knock comes in. The kill comes out. OMG are doing everything here. Grizzly stands up, does find Lion KK. Finally, a challenger. But it's only one man. They're surrounded, but it doesn't matter. Silent BT is there. Down to 2 teams. All 4 players about to be standing. Is this going to be back-to-back victories? We're going to find out. Miraku is the last man against them. OMG fans are on their feet, and I do not blame them. They have played out of their minds. And Miraku, with everything he has, is putting it down. But Silent, he smells blood in the water, and this surely is going to be the closing moments. It is! OMG! Phenomenal play today. Have torn apart everyone.
OMG. That's exactly what Europe and the rest of the world is saying right now. Back-to-back wins. Absolutely destroying the competition. Team by team.